What's going on, everybody? It's your man Vince Pass in the building. Y'all know what it is for the podcast, the Vince Pass Experience. Y'all know, man. Look, man, I got so much new controls that just went on today. It's your man Vince Pass. You know what it is. Yo, crazy weekend, crazy weekend, crazy weekend. Welcome here for another Monday. Y'all know what it is. It's your man doing what he do, rocking out. So much going on, so much going on. But first, man, as usual, I always talk about it. It's June, man. Juneteenth is coming up. Father's Day is right around the corner. You feel me? Father's Day, happy Father's Day to me early. Yo, I want y'all giving that same energy that we be giving to y'all Mother's Day. So yo, don't wild out on us, all right, ladies? Don't wild out on us. All right, make sure y'all giving that same energy. Oh man, yes, very much, very much. Get that same energy. So look, like I always do about this time, I have my intro music, right? So let me tell y'all, the funny thing happened. I was cleaning up my podcast. I was cleaning up, getting all the old stuff off. And I did not realize that um I accidentally deleted it. And so I didn't realize it until the day. And so I'm like, hey, yo, Vince, you ain't had no music. So I'm thinking like, yo, my trigger get ready to kick on, right? Guess what? No music. So I was like, oh, man, this is not going to go well for me today. So I was like, yo, you know what? I'm always going to have something for the people. You feel what I mean? But we ain't going to go into that right now because we already into the show. So, yo, listen, click tag and share it. You did what I'm saying. You catch me on YouTube right now, /Vince Pass 1. I'm on LinkedIn as well, /IN/Vince Pass. So many slashes out here. Y'all know what it is. I don't got to tell it to you. But definitely check it out on LinkedIn. Of course, I'm on Facebook, twitter.com/Vince Pass TV. And of course, you can always catch me on Twitch TV as well. Now, I'm going to let y'all know Twitch TV is definitely an awesome platform to actually be on. There's a lot of people that I know that I switched over to Twitch, and Twitch is actually live. I'm looking to at some point really hold it down over there with Twitch, man. Twitch is really like a really uncensored area where people can really come and really talk their thing. You did what I'm saying? So yo, catch my man Kels is nuts. You know what I'm saying on IG, very funny brother on TikTok. Young comedian coming up. Shout out to him again for graduating. Now he got 2 degrees. Check him out. All right. Again, check out my webpage, www.onevoiceonemic.com. You go to call-in number tonight. If you're looking to call in, 513-429-5964. Again, the number is 513-429-5964. Yo, let me know who you are in the chat. You know what I mean? No matter where you at, no matter who you are. Let me know who you are in the chat. And come on in. You feel me? So look, another thing I gotta definitely shout out. You know what it is. You know how I feel about suicide prevention, things like that. People that got a lot on their mind out here, man. This is a real situation. So National Suicide Prevention Hotline, 1-800-273-8255. Everybody, please stop saying you all right, you're not all right. We all are living with a level of stress, frustration, anxiety, things like that. Talk to someone. Okay, talk to someone. If you can't talk to one of your closest friends, dial the number. Again, 1-800-273-8255. Hey, my girl. Shout out to my girl Liz. Truth Be Told podcast is definitely in the building. Definitely in the building. Y'all know what I got to do about this time. Always got to shout out my peoples. They're awesome. Catch them on IG. Definitely catch them on IG. So here we go. We about to get it. Definitely run it down for you. Definitely hey, listen, they got the party coming up. You feel me? Check the ticket, the ticket, run it down. That's what I'm saying. I got a whole bunch of new controls today. Didn't even know I had them. So listen, To Be Told podcast on IG. They got a party in Brooklyn on January 9th. Check them out. Go to the page, to the IG page, into the link. It'll tell you, you buy the ticket. After you purchase the ticket, yo, you're going to find out where it's at a disclosed location. It's a beautiful all-white party. Yo, hosted by my man Glam. You know what I'm saying? My girl Rain in the building. My man Kels will be hosting actually. So listen, Fatty Boy Entertainment CO will be performing. It's going to be off the chain. It's definitely going to be fire. You dig what I'm saying? So make sure y'all check them out. Truth Be Told podcast, definitely on that IG thing. You feel me? Get at them. They're on their way to 10,000 views right now, 10,000 followers. They got a lot of material that be on there, but most importantly, they are definitely for the people. You dig what I'm saying? And of course, my phone keeps going off. It's gonna go off. So I think I better do the sensible thing and definitely put it on silent right now, because usually this would be the time where my phone just be ringing, ring, and we can't have that right now. You feel me? Yeah. Shout out again. Truth Be Told podcast in the building. Yo, we about to get and jump into it. So tonight, you gotta check out my podcast too. You see that running down on the bottom of the screen. Y'all feeling real professional out here right now. I've been doing this for a long time. I ain't never had no ticker. I was getting ready to actually change this whole program, but we'll talk about that some other time. So tonight, I wanted to talk to you guys about the biggest lie ever told. All right. Listen, we keep falling for this banana in the tailpipe thing, right? So we living in a time that reveals the severity of the day in which we're living in. So will there ever be a resurgence of black pride here in America? How long will we continue to kill our prophets and future leaders? How long will we continue to kill the vision of ourselves? Okay? So look, let me go ahead and jump right into this. So what made me come up with this title today and talk about the biggest lie ever told, and we keep falling for this banana in the tailpipe. We keep falling for it for many different reasons. But here's what I've come to understand. The devil is a liar, and I'm gonna say that outright, okay? For everyone that knows, when you get on my platform, I let you know I'm a follower. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. I believe in God and the Holy Spirit. So I believe everything is spiritual. Okay, if you have a business out there, understand your success relies in its spirituality. Your spirituality will push your business to a whole different plateau if you are believing in what you're supposed to believe in. But here, let me go ahead and drop something on y'all real quick. Drop Squad is in the building. My man, Drop 52. Shout out to Drop. Hey, guys, I want to let y'all know something about this brother right here. My man, Drop, is on Twitter, and he drops so much information, pertinent information. If you guys want to know about politics, you guys want to know about what parties are, he drops so much science. Follow him, please. Drop Squad 52 is definitely in the building. Man, everything is all good, Drop. I'm about to come at it, Drop. I'm about to get and drop it. So listen, I want to start the show off tonight. You feel what I'm saying? With this right here. The biggest trick that black people continue to fall for is that we do not need one another. Okay? That's the biggest lie. But we keep falling for that. All right? Understand why we keep falling for it. There's several reasons why. And we're going to get into that. I'm only going to talk about 3 of them tonight. All right? So the biggest trick that black people continue to fall for is that we do not need one another. Okay? Here's the thing about these tricks. They've been around since the beginning of time. All right? There's nothing new under the sun. So how do we keep falling for something that if there's nothing new to it, we keep falling for the same trick, right? So we already know tricknology, your mind playing tricks on you. We already know that part, right? But here's the other part that seems to be no one really talks about, except in the churches, I believe, to some degree. Maybe a few ministers do, but I'm going to talk about it tonight. Understand something. Relationships are spiritual, all right? I'm speaking purely, strictly on the basis of relationships. Relationships are spiritual. Let's get that clear, all right? Relationships are spiritual. So if you're not rocking in the right spirit, period, nothing you say, nothing you do, right, will transmit into a frequency where people will either, 1, want to be around, 2, will definitely not understand, but 3, more importantly, you begin to even believe the frequency that you on is the right frequency when you already being shown within yourself when that check engine light come on within you that you're not doing right, you're not living right. But the reason why we get that way is several different areas on why we get there. 1, we tend to get in this free enterprise system in which we live in. We try to use one another. We try to profit off one another. Now, I'm not just talking monetarily, okay? I'm talking about, in relationships. You feel me? We cheat on one another. or I'm not saying me, I used to be like that back in the day. We cheat on our mates. So we try to profit to some degree, having our cake and eating it too, right? We practice usury in relationships. You know what I'm saying? If there's a weaker person who's not mentally strong, right? And don't know what you know, in essence of using your hustle hand against them, right? They fall victim to those things. Hey, listen, I used to steal cars, I used to drop checks, I used to do all that. But I was a victim of somebody else victimizing me, thinking that this was the way. You feel what I mean? And I'm helping somebody else get more money, right? Then we could talk about, you know, education wise. You dig what I'm saying? We just because you ain't finished school or you didn't get an education or you're not teaching, you know, you wasn't taught how to do certain things properly, does not mean that you should deny your kids the things that they need and the tools and the necessary tools that they need to succeed. We fall for that lie that they don't need school. It's not that they need school; they do need the school because they need to start understanding in which the guidelines that this country is set up on and how they designed it. You got to learn in order for you to become successful in a game that you didn't set up. You have to learn the game that has been set up against you. And this is another reason why we losing. Because we feel like if another person has information, they don't want to give it. And a lot of times they don't want to give it. Especially because they done probably been victims of usury. They've been victims of being lied to, trust. We've been made to distrust our own selves. But how long will we continue to fall for that? But mind you, it's so inundated, it's so deep in our DNA that only thing that a person has to do now, they just sit back and they just watch. It's like a pimp and a prostitute. Okay, he gets so deep into her mind that all he got to do is sit back. You know what I'm saying? In the more the words, of my man Goldie. You know what I mean? When he told him, listen, your chick chose me. We choose to continue to fall for the biggest lie ever told based upon free enterprise system that's in this country, based upon the capitalistic system, the capitalistic society in which we reside upon. The reality is that we do need each other. So first, let me go ahead and talk about relationship. All right. I'm talking about not just relationship in family, okay? Brother, sister, mother, father. We need one another. The level of dysfunctionalism that has taken place in Black America is astounding. It's astounding. And you know what? Many of us we speak against it and we speak at it. And I just be wondering sometimes, when will some of you understand that what you're witnessing and what you're a part of is that your spirit ain't right. A lot of y'all spirit is just not right, period. You cut your brother's throat, you cut your sister's throat. All right? You'll sleep with your sister, man, you'll sleep with your brother's girl. Right? You cheat on your wife, you cheat on your husband, and hell, you got this down low thing happening. You got as a married man, you cheating on your wife with another man, or if you're a wife, you cheating on your husband with another woman. All this is going on. But we've been made to believe that this is what society is made up of. This is what we're supposed to do. This is fair. This is free living. Well, let me explain this to you. Let me go ahead and start getting deep on this right now. I'm gonna put this up right here for those who have understanding of this. When people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild. I'm gonna say that one more time. When people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild. But whoever obeys the law is joyful. That's Proverbs 5, 7, and 8. Usually I don't put biblical verses up, and this is where I lose people. And the reason why I lose people right here, because at the end of the day, they think, oh man, I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? It's all churchy and this, that, and the third. Nah, that's not what it is. It's just that you don't, it's just that it's your spirit, man, get ready to be fed. You feel me? That be that devil in your imagination that's telling you, yo, I don't want to hear this. Right, because you have to understand, when you got people that's out here that are doing right things and living righteously and trying to teach the masses, not to say convert to what we want you to convert to or do what we do, but no, we just want you to live right and get an understanding of who you are, because knowledge of self is something I can't solve. But 360 degrees I evolve. Shout out to Rakim. That's his bar, not mine. All right? That's his bar, not mine. So when we dealing with relationships, You dig what I'm saying? What do you think is really going on out here? You think that the devil is out here just to watch you make it and let you still live? Who you think the devil is really after? The devil is not after the woman. He is not after the woman. He ain't never been after the woman. The devil always been after the man. So for all of you that's sit here thinking like, yo, what is Vince talking about? Yo, does Vince have a point? Yo, the devil ain't never been after the woman. Always been after the man. Because he already knows. He takes your man away from you. What happens next? Especially if you are married and your husband dies through senseless violence and things of that nature, alcoholism, drugs. What do you think? What do you think the devil is going to do when that happens? He's going to sit back and rejoice on that. So now, as a woman, you have to carry the load. Besides, you already been cooking and cleaning, but it becomes double. So now he out here wilding out, running wild because he done left himself. You feel me? And the devil sitting back, yeah, I'm in your imagination all day long. But then a lot of times we in a situation where we have some sisters that's out here that don't encourage them to come back. And we got brothers doing the same thing. We are physically manhandling our society and turning it over to the people who don't want us to prosper. We handing it over to them. Okay? So when you got young black males doing the same thing and that are out here that other black males are doing before them, we continue to weaken the society. We continue to weaken ourselves. So when we see all this violence that's going on out here right now, majority of this violence, that's because they followed the same example from a weaker man. What do you expect? So now we got weaker men teaching young boys how to be weak. So what happens to the black woman? What happens to the woman? Like Pac said, you feel me? Like Pac said, we disrespect our women. We call them bitches and hoes. We spit on them. We treat them like crap. We allow our women to go out in public wearing things that's indecent, never leaving things to the imagination. This is what we do. Because a weaker mind is what's shining. But when you see a man of strength, y'all don't want that. Oh, my bad. Representing the money represents strength. But that is definitely not the fact. That is not the case. So I ask brothers tonight, if you are dealing in a weaker thought process, if you're dealing with dudes and you hanging out with other dudes that are weak, want to carry guns and be in the street, disrespecting their women, cheating on their wives, not taking care of their kids, what that say about you? What that say about you? Yeah, I'm talking to my brothers tonight. What that say about you? That says a lot about you. That says a lot about your character. Now, let me be fair. I gotta be fair. I too was once one of them dudes that was out here, doing crime, things of that nature. I was out here. I was talking smack to women, if I didn't get my way with them or whatever, I'm calling them out their name. But this is the importance of gaining knowledge of self, of understanding when you start being around wise people, either you're going to do one or two things. Either you're going to wise up or you're going to run or you're going to continue to be the fool. But see, you can't unlearn what you learn. When you begin to get knowledge, you can't unlearn that. When you begin to hear wisdom, you can't unlearn that. When you get understanding, you can't unlearn what you learn. But many of you try to unlearn what you learn, and then there goes the fight within yourself. But I'm gonna put that to the right for a second. So now I address my sisters. First of all, I'm gonna apologize to you. I'm gonna apologize to you personally Because I was one of the people who back in the day, I was one of the people who I speak about right now. And I apologize to you, Queens. I apologize to you. Here we are right now, 2022. Many of you are dealing with a double load. Emotions. Hey, listen. I urge any man to definitely look at the TD Jake series. Even get the book about emotions. It's fire. Definitely get it. My man Drop just put that in the chat. Drop, if you can get the information on that book, definitely, or a way they can find the um the video on YouTube, definitely put that up, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, my floor is always open for you, Drop. Anytime. You already know that. You're welcome to come on my show anytime, talk on my show anytime, host with me on my show anytime. You know that door is always open for you. So, sisters, understand something. You too have to understand that God lives through you. The first thing that a child feels when he comes from you is love. You are the first love that he feels or she feels. You are the first. A child knows love when they first deal with you. But here's the reason why many of you cannot reciprocate that love to the child. Okay? Because the validation that you seek from a male you never had, which lied in your father. On the other side of that coin, you had a mother that was going through the same things that you are now experiencing. She had to work 2 or 3 jobs. One of you had to stay home and take care of your brothers and sisters. Yeah, y'all became mothers early. The reason why I know, because my sister, she became my surrogate mother at 16, at 15. Changing diapers, all that. Changing diapers, feeding us, cooking, doing everything. So when it comes, when you look at it, you women are also caught up in the same cycle of not being able to understand why you cannot break out of the whirlwind in which you're in. You're seeking a validation. Many of you are from a man who just want to get on top of you, not from a man who wants to validate you mentally, who wants to help you get to that next place. Now, I'm not saying that it's a man's world. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you is that as long as we continue to battle with one another in this space, the woman is looking for a man to protect. No matter what, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much money you make. You can make millions of dollars a year. But you still want a man to help you, to make you feel like you are protected. You still want a man to make you feel secure. And you still want a man to give you that kind of love and validation that you deserve. How much money you got? I don't care how. I do not care. I do not care. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's on here right now. I don't know who else is still here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my people from the True Be Told podcast. They here right now. My man Sharif is here right now in the building. You know what I'm saying? He's an anchor, host, reporter. I don't know if all you remember Sharif. He used to be on The Wiz here in Cincinnati. Now he is a news anchor, reporter in New York, upstate. He's doing his thing. He's about to embark on something real big real soon. I'm looking forward to that, sharing that experience with him. Drop Squad 52, thank you, brother, for always being around, man, doing your 1-2 thing. Shout out to everyone that's out there that's probably watching but not saying anything. I really appreciate the fact that you are on here tonight. But let's keep on going. So we are talking about we're, we're talking about the biggest lies that's ever been told. So let's talk about we talked about relationships so far, right? Now I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg. I'm not even getting deep on this just yet. Not too deep. Because there's a lot of opinions that are out here. You dig what I mean? A lot of opinions. And I'm just one man with an opinion based upon the things that I've seen and the things that I've experienced. I can definitely tell you that we need each other. Black men, I need you. Brothers, I need you. Sisters, I need you. I need you. What you about to say, E? Get to put your whole comment up, E. Unfortunately so. I need you. I need you. And we need to understand that in this spiritual space that we are that many people are desperately trying not to are trying to separate what they do in business, what they do at work, what they do at home. You can't separate the spirit from that. And many of us have tried that. We try to negotiate that. There's no negotiation. Your business, whatever you associate with spiritually, your business is going to reflect that. Whatever you associate with in your marital status, your marriage will reflect that. When you anything you associate spiritually with your children, it will reflect that. Even with your friendships, it will reflect that. That's why I gotta say, over these last couple of years, I've been blessed to deal with some strong spiritual individuals. Okay, I have a few on here right now just listening to this, and shout out to all of you because I learned from all of you. Whether we just commenting, whether we chop it up in a private room, whether we get on the FaceTime, I learn from all of you, and I appreciate it, and I thank you for it, because I listen to all of your wisdom. Many people turn away from that. Many of our family members turn away from that. I remember Erica said to us one day, my family think I'm the crazy one. Yeah? They're usually going to think that a person like you is crazy because you're peculiar. There's nothing original. There's nothing regular about you. And that's all I have. I have peculiar friends. I don't have regular friends. I have friends. I have friends who question the norm. I have friends who are not afraid to say, "Yo, you wrong. I'm checking you. That's it. Let's holler about it. You can get mad about it all you want because I love you enough to tell you the truth instead of you living a glorious lie." But these are the things that America continue to perpetuate that says it's cool. We can do. We can lie to one another. We can rob from one another. We can steal from one another. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We will never be able to duplicate Black Wall Street until people come from out of their own way of dealing with this non-spiritual space. I'm gonna quote something my man Jay-Z said recently, and it was in one of our groups. He was talking about the crabs in the barrel syndrome, right? He was talking about this is what he was doing. Like crabs don't belong in a barrel. Why do you think they fighting to get out? Right? But if we get on the backs of one another and pull one another out, he said that's all he was trying to do. Shout out to my cousin Debbie who's on right now. I'd rather tell you the truth than allow you to live a glorious life. So I'm going to say this to all of you tonight. First of all, I was agreeing with you when you mentioned how a lot of women grew up as surrogate moms to siblings, etc. Where did I fall off at? E? Let me know where. Now I'll pick it back up for you. You know, I definitely like when my people are definitely involved. This is what my girl Erica Liz says. She said, I was agreeing with you when you mentioned how a lot of women grew up as surrogate moms to siblings. Definitely. I definitely want to go back to that for a minute. Let me touch on that again real fast. Yo, the depth of that. Let me tell you what that does. Remember the syndrome, they were doing a test. And they did a test, right, about dolls in kids, right? So they would give a doll to a young black girl. And I don't know if any of y'all seen this. This was on YouTube a long. They snatched these videos off. They gave a white doll to a black child. The black child took the doll, cradled it, loved it, right? They gave the white child, female, the same doll. She looked at it, cradled it, whatever, put it down. Okay? While the black girl was still playing with the doll, identified with that doll, right? The white girl didn't identify with it. So they gave her a black doll. The black girl identified with it. But then the white girl identified with it. They put the doll back down. What did that say to them? What did that say to them? Everything had an order at that moment. So with the white doll test, right, it was showing them how much young black girls, right, want to be like young white women. This is what it showed. This is what was their findings, okay? But it showed for them when they gave the white girl the black doll that the white girl doesn't want to be like the black doll. She didn't really like the black doll. She played with it and put it down. Let me keep on riding with this here. So, what happened to the women who had to become the protectors of the family? Because mind you, there's no woman in the home. I mean, there's no man in the home. So now she's a single parent at 15 and 16, raising her brothers and sisters. She's the protector. She's doing the job that the man was supposed to do. So while she's still looking for validation from her pops, you remember that study, right, Drop? When she's still looking for validation from her father, still trying to find her father or find a man that she can call daddy, turns around, opens up other doors. Now she's possibly out there in the streets. She's possibly, being sexually promiscuous. She may run into a rape situation, sexually harassed, sexually abused. So it opens up a whole bunch of doors. This is why it's important for you men, for us men. We have to create the village. We are the protectors. Yo, listen, in my building, I make sure, you know what I'm saying, that the single women in our building, I holler at them. I make sure they good. You know what I'm saying? That's our job. I talk to their kids. That's our job. And my neighbors feel my energy. That's our job. We're supposed to look out for one another. That's what men are supposed to do in the village. We're not supposed to let no hurt or harm come to them. You could be the uncle, the older brother, whatever, the older cousin. You're supposed to come by and check on your family. So yeah, for them sisters that had to beat them, hey Jay, for them sisters that had to go through that, yo, I don't even know how my sister made it through. Hey JJ, I don't even know how my sister made it through. I don't even know how my sister made it through, but shout out to my sister who I love so much, who did the best that she could, because when she turned around and wound up falling into the same trap that my mother fell into, as far as drugs and things like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to definitely say that, for the siblings who grew up like that, man, it definitely was tough. It definitely was tough. Well, shout out to my girl Erica, Liz. To me, you that chick. Deb, my cousin Debbie, same thing, same thing. Had to be the big sister. You know what I'm saying? Had to be the example. So black men, the biggest lie ever told. As soon as you stop believing the lie, I guarantee you everything will begin to fall in line. But we got to first understand the lie that's being told. And it's so many of them. But again, many men have left their posts or duties to be protectors of women. I'm about to put that up right now. Debbie says many women have left their posts or duties to be protectors of women, communities, and homes. Very much so. Very much so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which part is heavy, Erica? Which part is heavy, Liz? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Again, look, if you want to call in, I got the number for you. Anybody want to call in? 513-429-5964. Again, 513-429-5964. We are talking about the biggest lie ever told. We keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe all the time. So as we progress into this conversation, and we look at the violence that's going on out here in these streets, you feel what I'm saying? Every day there's a murder. In New York by itself, I'm looking at least 20 murders a day. 20 different murders, not the same murders, not the same cases. All right? We have an era of weak black boys that are being raised. The reason why they don't understand the quality of life, because we never showed them the value of it. The man that was supposed to be in their life didn't show them the value of it. And don't get me wrong, they may also come from that same non-value. But we saying that it's all right. It's not all right. It's never all right. It's never all right. And we got our sisters out here still in harm's way. We got our women still in harm's way. I'm getting ready to talk about that next. I'm gonna hold your comment off because I was just getting ready to go into that. So, Cuz is really dropping something tonight. I'm gonna put it up. Liz, I need your comment, Liz. I need your comment. Let's talk about it. So here's part of the other reason why, we dealing with weak boys in our society. The demasculation is a real thing. Thankful for all those taking their rightful place and stands to be good fatherly examples and husbands. So let's talk about the emasculation of the black man. Okay? Skinny jeans, pocketbook, book bags. Everything look good in colors. When you they used they have weaponized femininity and we bought it. The same way that we buy bottled water is the same way that they have used femininity to attack black men. And we fell for it. You know, we wearing skirts. Irish men wear kilts, right? But they only wear it during celebration. They wear it during funerals, okay? But you have men out here wearing full blown outfits. Femininity has attacked the black man, and we fell for it through fashion, through accentuation, Erica says, young lady being the protector that her father should have been. The protector she was waiting for him to be. Very much. Very much. But this is part of what's going on right now. You feel me? Like, I look at Dwayne Wade and I be like, damn, dude, what's really wrong with you? This is sending me into a shadow work session. Talk to me, E. Talk to me. You want to talk offline? You know I'm always available for you. You feel me? So this is where we at right now. But this is part of the lie. So now we got mental health issues that's going on. We got abandonment issues that's going on. And here's the thing. Everybody thinks that you can escape from working in your spiritual place to become successful in every area of your life, and that's a lie. You cannot go to the next place without getting your soul right, without getting your spirit right. So if you are still holding on to those things that are binding you, okay, again, I would like to put this up. Erica, that is definitely. Debbie says, what we think is harmless is causing the most destruction. Again, you can't unlearn what you've learned. You can't. You can't unlearn what you learned. It's nothing new under the sun. We know that. For all the people who've never read Ecclesiastics, it's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. It's a time and a season for all this. But again, I'm going to put this up right here. This is what I started out the show with. When people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild. And this is what we have done. This is what we have allowed ourselves to continue to do. We still running wild. We ran wild. I ran wild on them streets too. Had cousins that ran wild. But when you begin, when the whole knowledge of self process begins, you can't unlearn what you learning. When you realize that you've been out here treating your girl, your baby moms like crap. When you out here, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting women, disrespecting your mother. But I'm not even upset at the fact that when a young black male disrespects his mother, only reason why he's doing it because he learned it from somewhere. See, that's learned behavior. Learned behavior. When people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild. Period. It don't matter what it is. So the question is, how long are we going to continue to allow their lie to dictate our actions? Because I'm going to tell you something. As much hustling that we do, how many hustlers we know are successful? You can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 streams of income. But does that mean you're successful? Nah, not at all. It means that you dead ass tired. It means that you're tired. You always on edge. You hypersensitive. Okay, probably not around your kids all the time. You don't know how to deal with your kids. You don't know your kids because America has shown you that this is what it takes to become successful. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You ready? Drum roll. I'm not saying that as a black woman, you can't be successful. I'm not saying as a black man that you can't be successful. But when you don't have the spirituality, the God presence in your life, where God will send you that's that woman that will hold you down, or that man that will hold you down, that will help bring you from the places that's been dark in your life. Your success, your millions, your thousands, your houses, your cars will mean nothing if you have no one to share it with. Because no matter how much you acquire, if you don't change your behaviors, you don't change your attitudes, then None of that even matters. My man Drop put something up. I'm gonna get to put that up right now for us. He said, "Are gay pride parades appropriate for kids? Every pride, every carnival for me is a living proof there's indeed freedom of expression. However, all these freedoms come with a responsibility, not for kids." So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it because I mean, what you do is what you do. I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I have family members that are in that lifestyle, I love them still. I don't condone what you do in your personal space. You dig what I'm saying? That's what you do. Not a conversation for me. But for kids, it's almost like you forcing them. That's in my opinion. You're forcing kids in a space where they know nothing about. That's just my personal opinion, Drop. You know what I'm saying? Well, as an adult, whatever you do as an adult, that's what you do. Whatever you do as an adult is what you do. If you're 16 and you have an understanding of where you want to be at in your life, that's fine. If you're younger than that, you have an understanding where you want to be back. If you're a teenager, if you have some type of idea of what you want to do, then that's fine. I'm not gonna try to convince you any other way but just by example. But if that's the lifestyle that you want to live, that's what you do. You're not ever gonna hear me say, yo, you can't do that. I'm not gonna be around you. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put you in that space. Those are your decisions. I don't have to answer for your decisions at the end of the day. And again, when you begin to talk about certain things, you lose people. This real out here. Like, people don't like to hear the reality of things or how other people's thought process go. And I was telling somebody the other day, yo, if what's her name? If Wendy Williams was back on the air, right? And she spoke about half the issues that are going on right now on the air. Let me tell you something. Wendy Williams, ratings are still being through the roof. But you let other people that are not that popular talk about these same issues, it's cancel culture. The biggest lie is that one of the other biggest lies is that you have people out here that are telling the truth. And they're telling you that you don't need to hear them. That is a lie. So again, you know what I mean? When are we gonna stop falling for these tricks? When are we gonna stop falling for us jumping on each other's backs and not helping one another? When are we gonna stop allowing people to disrespect our women, our children? When are we gonna step in and say, yo, I'm not about to let you do that, black child. Come here, little bro. You don't gotta bark on them, you just gotta talk to them. Because a lot of times when you bark on them, they're already on the defense. They're already shaky. They don't know how to take nobody yelling at them. Get off that weak stuff. This is the real world. Why do you think there's so many murders right now? Because half these kids don't even have a conversation or can't even carry on one. You got girls jumping girls, one girl. Then you got guys just killing women. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on right now. But listen, man, it's your man Vince Pass in the building. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm just one man and one mic. You did what I'm saying? So again, man, I appreciate everyone that definitely comes out, listens to me. I don't have all the answers. I may have one answer. I hope that I was able to talk to somebody today. You know what I mean? Just understand, man, that it's a spiritual thing. All your relationships are spiritual. Understand the devil is designed to kill man, not kill woman, kill man. Okay? Kill man. He knew when he got Adam. Oh, don't worry about it. I know how to get to you, buddy. So women, guard yourselves. Guard your gates. You feel me? Everyone got to guard their gate. Their ear gate, their eye gate, their mind gate, their heart gate. Gotta protect it. You gotta put it up under subjection all the time in the name of Jesus. Got to. You feel me? But listen, man, it's almost that time. You feel me? Almost that time right here. Shout out to everybody that was on the chat today. My man Drop, my girl Liz, my cousin, she always fall through. You feel me? My man 50 Grand Sharif, he was in the building today. Yeah, man, look, man, it was definitely powerful. I appreciate everybody for definitely showing up. Yo, catch my podcast. You dig what I'm saying? One voice, one mic on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. All the newest ones will be coming out shortly. And only thing I can say to y'all is this, man. You feel me? Again, I'm going to go right back to the very beginning of what I started out with. When people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild. But whosoever obeys the law is joyful. Proverbs 5:7-8. Yo, shout out to everyone, man, that tuned in this evening. I definitely appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Keep the energy. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. I might have a show tomorrow, Unapologetically Vince. We're going to talk about just the Deshaun Watson thing and a couple of other things that's going on in the news right now. All right, Brittany Griner is definitely starting to pick up steam. Hey, yo, we're going to talk about my boy LeBron James. He's a billionaire. What do we got? We got a billionaire in the building. That's what's up. Shout out to my man LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everyone that's out there right now. You know what I mean? Yo, let's get it taken on home. You feel what I'm saying? Oh! Let's go! Woo!
Black people, I ain't trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you the truth about what's around you. And then you prepare for the tricks they pull from under their sleeves. And when you see it, don't let them slide. Spark right on them. House of Representatives, all the way down to Congress. Crooked CEO, Fortune 500, white man. Use a warmonger. I bark on billionaires till y'all solve world hunger. I bark on the subprime real estate market. No cash, no dot, crash the stock market. Latinos and black get caught all up on it. They lost their house, the bank foreclosed on it. The rich get more rich, the poor get more poor from it. I bark on 10% of the population of house niggas, politicians, and masons. How 5% own all the wealth and control 95% of the population. I bark on the Federal Reserve Bank for raising interest rates and government bailed out AIG. Government owned the bank, so they own all our property. I bark.
All right, y'all. I'm about to get on up out of here, man. We'll talk to y'all later, man. I love y'all, man. I'll let y'all later. Peace.